Hello everybody, hope you guys are doing well. So today we will be continuing our journey in Swift, and today we will be learning about charts. Now charts is a container view. It contains marks, representation of values which can be drawn in a variety of different ways. There are many um, so today we will be dealing about charts. So what is charts? Charts is basically a container view. It contains marks, basically which are values and can be drawn in different varieties of shape. There are many different ways you can configure charts and marks. So we will study about them. Now remember, charts is a push-out view. That means it is going to take the entire space available in the container. Okay, so now let's import charts. So you come here, we do import, and then now we will need to import charts to work with this. No, so what are values? So then let's use. So we have chart, and then let's see the definition over here. A swift view that displays a chart. Now I have the what all do we have over here? Mm, okay, so remember, any graph is going to have two values, x and y. So then let's see. So we use chart, and then this is a bar mark. Let's do chart content that represents data using bars. So you do, and then I have x, and okay, yeah. So this is plotable value. So x. So I do bar mark, and then this is so this is along x-axis, and I do plottable value. I'm going to have a label, and so I have label and something, two things, label and range. So I think label key, range value. So first is going to be the label. So this is label 1, and then I have day 1. So this is going to take entire screen. Apart from plottable value allows values to be drawn in a chart. So right now we haven't given any. You can also supply y parameter which will tell the chart where to position the mark vertically. What does he mean by this? So okay. As you see, this is my y and this is my x. So if I don't mention any value, it is going to take the entire thing. And then this is x, right? What if I give it, so its default both is equal. So if I give it a y, and then I say value, so label is basically that uh, So I say value, and so I pass in, say, so this is going to be on the y-axis and how much value. So the second parameter is going to be the value. So if I do 75, oh yeah, I missed a comma. So this is, so the height is, say, let's change it. Instead of 75, let's add in 25. So on the y-axis this has to be 25, and then along x is it's entire. So what if you, so this is safe area, right? So this is going to be, this is the label which has come day one, and ideally this, so what is label one? Yeah. Now this is a bar in a bar chart. The x value is, this is the x, and y is a number. So why is this taking? Okay, so this is the graph, right? This is. Can I zoom in here? Also, if you see when you do this, so this is 20, so here is 25 something, and then this graph has come, and if I know. So dot value, this is, how much is the value? This is the label which has come, x value. You have day with value day1. Does not have a numerical, but it is a way to associate a label day with a specific data point day1. The expression is not a numerical value itself, but rather a way to encode data in a certain charting libraries. It associates a label day with a specific value day1. So, but then what is this? Typically, a graph has two values, right? X and Y. What is day1? Also, this is a category, right? Remember, bar graphs are used for category. So this is entirely how much the day one category is. And then label. So this is going to have a label that's what is the use of label? Uh, the first is going to say what is going to what this graph represents. For example, if I have day, so then category is day, the value is day one, and how much in height, that is x. Okay. Okay, and then similarly, if I want to have another bar graph, you go bar mark, and then now you need to have two things, right? X and y. This is going to be, and this is going to have a label, and the label is basically what are we representing. So if I say it's label 2, and then what category it's going to refer, so this is day 3, and then remember bar graph will have height, not width. So so if I go here y dot value, and then you keep this a label, right? Like, so I say this is value, and then how much is the value? So I say 10, or I say this is 20. Oh, there is one parenthesis. This has to be here. This is x and this is y. So if I zoom out, see this is 20. The height is going to be 20. In bar graph, we do not give the width. Then we have, if I this is vertical, right? Not if I want to change the direction to horizontal. So just change these things. So instead, if it is horizontal, then the label will be on the y-axis, right? And the graph will grow along the x-axis. So if I come here and then change, kind of change this day1 and put in the value, so 75, and then yeah, and then have a label here, say D2. Now how does it work? Reopen. No, it's correct, right? So the label value is along the y. Now let's save this. Stop tasks. Let's start it again. So if I refresh, so now this will be along. I have bar, then this is some label, and then I have a value. Right, this is okay. There's no need to fatal error. Reopen. Does it run? Let's see it on the emulator if that's his. I don't know why it's not working here. It should be from here now, the graph, and then you should have. No, it's not. So the graph has come, but the values have not come. I don't know. Bar mark, and then this shouldn't. And I'm giving it a label as well, right? On the there is something which is the parenthesis is here. So if you go here, uh, why is it not working? Because the graph has come, the grid has come out. I don't know what's happening with this. The second time this has crashed. Okay, let's let's get it, and then let's see if I can get a text, and then maybe we'll try. Also, what is happening is I have a both vertical and horizontal, right? So that's kind of going one on top of. Oh, get rid of this thing. And this, let's have this. Yeah, so that was what was happening is it is just going on one on each other. So yeah, this is along Y, and to make it more, so you see over here you have 0, and then this is 5. Not this is not 0, this is 5. And does it let us track? No. Yeah. So you have 5. Suppose if I make this as like 6 or something. So now it's better, right? You can, let's have this as like 2. Let's give it 11, 12. So now this is better. So you have 10, and then this is just here. So you can control how much this total height of the view is. Right now it's spanning entire, right? Because it's a push pull out view. So I go here frame and then give it a, say I give it a height, let's say like 300. And if I want to change the width and shrink it so that I'll be having more points in there, I can give it a width. So give it a, this is a width, and then you mention say 2. And so this is how it's going to look. So width wise you kind of get it a little bit bigger. So now this is perfect, right? It's you're getting everything over here. It's vertical from this side. You see the graph. This is the X. Okay. Now what with data? Suppose we have like an array or something, and then we want to pass in that data. So and then so I have this array, and this is basically, so whenever you kind of loop through it, you will need that self parameter, I guess. That is for the view to uniquely identify which one. This kind of looping. And now instead of you can directly give this as, so I'm going to loop over here. So this is data in anything. You can have data or whatever. Let's give in data. Missing. Oh yeah, so this is stuff for that array unique identification. I need this. Why I need this is because this is how views are. They uniquely, every view needs to be identified, right? Some kind of giving it, because this has something, the React optimization, right? It will only render that much portion which needs to be rendered. So for that unique identification, you need that ID over there. And then instead of having a value here, this is going to change this to like So now I'm going to have multiple values. So what? So and then let's get rid of the width, so that let it take the height, so that now you so yeah, and remember, whenever you're passing it, right, this is a string, so I need to do uh text this, since this it expects a string, right? So data, why is this? And then whatever the value comes is will be, you see, I got, but then this is all uh um so what you can do is you can just, you see, you need that text interpolation, right? So then you need to add, this expects a string, so whenever you need to do a string interpolation, and this is a value, right, it won't come in directly. Let's copy this value and let's paste this over here, and then instead of this, let's give it like day1 or something. Let's now see, there is something it needs a parenthesis to close. Now my axis, yeah, so if you see over here, the x is, this is the x, the growing value, let's, perfect, I have, and then now but isn't this to be a string? This is like a for each, right? So right now that x is taking enter. So then what he has done is you get this a bit as well. So now if I, no, how is this place? So this is varying along both, but I only need, okay, so what if I only mention, no, this is going to be like the label, right? So you have x, and what I'm doing is say 10, 20, 30. Okay, so the label is basically the numbers which are come. So the definition of bar mark is, I have that number is itself, but why has he used this here as a string? Because, oh, this is a string, this is the label 10, 20, 30, 40, and this is the value along the y. I get it. Now I have with objects, if you want, what is this now? Now there are other graphs as well. This is a bar mark, right? You can have a line mark, area mark, plot mark, and rectangle mark. So you can uh, 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 you can have different things one layer over one each other. So there is bar as well somewhere. There has to be a bar mark. Mm. Okay, so there will be some kind of mark, and then I have two graphs. So line is now what is this? Also, what he's doing is he's storing this as an array, and he has to bear okay, and then he's going to call something or some plot info dot fetch. This is that fetch data is the function, so I'm calling that function. When I call it, the return is, this is going to have an array of labels and y values. Okay, and then I need to access each, but this has to be a struct file, Swift file, not SwiftUI. Calling is going to happen over here. Let's try this. So what he's trying to do is go open empty file from template, and let's this be a Swift. To next, and let's do data. Now here I'm going to have a struct. So remember, when I'm using with this, use it with by default camel casing, right? This is, leave this conform to, so I need to uniquely identify, so then it will not, and then I have this structure has, I have first is for this unique identification, so I'm going to call UID, although this is not a very great way, but then I'm going to have an X, and then I have a Y, and then now I'm having a static function. So when you have a static function, this is fetch. So remember, I don't need to static, right? And then I'm going to say what is going to return. So this is returning plot. This is going to return plot info. This is like an array, and then each has plot info. So I have three things, right? No, X colon. So then I'm passing this. So the structs, I have to give a X, and I have to give it a Y. So X is going to be the label. So I said this is got this is escape sound. Yeah, now it sounds, so you get quarter one, and then Y is some value. So this is like bar. No, this is how that is the label, right? So again, I need to have two things, x and so this is a quarter to, and then y as uh, missing it, but then this is directly going to, oh, just comma, so it kind of, no, this has a return statement will always be a single one, right? So kind of put this in an array so that I can return this entire array. No, you come here, shift, let's do control C, and just control, I go shift, where is my, so instead of one, this is let's say this is something 34 and this is 3, and then let's have it properly. Remember this is an array, right? So you need to so this is an array of this struct. So that's the first element, second element cannot convert expression of type. This is returning, oh, so now this is, I'm not to say that I'm returning an array of what data, array of plot info. Okay, now let's go into our main app. So here we have to call this thing, right? We need to, first is we need to create that struct. So I do plot, am I getting somewhere? Oh yeah, this is that struct, and then I do, now remember for accessing fetch data there is no need to create an instance. What this is going to return is an array of plot info that is being stored in data, right? And then okay, so this is going to return, and so this has an array. This array is basically has plot infrastructures in it. But now what I need is the x and 7 and loop over it. I'm going to initialize the x anytime. So this data is basically going to initialize that, right? So this is going to have my first, so this is data equal to, and and this is calling my first element, which is plot info initialization. So now I need this. This has to be something, right? Either ID. The x is 7. X is my string. X is already a string. Yeah, x is already a string, right? So just use it as it is because x is already a string. So print it over here, and then now remember this has to be this number, right? So so this is going to be, yeah, this is my y, and then now what is going to happen is what's passed inside this, So this array. Oh, I already have UID, so I didn't. I don't need this self, I guess. So get rid of self. It's already having UID inside it. Have I also now in my data, if you go, I had 74, 20, 34, 20, so it should be up, down. Oh, this is too huge. Let's kind of give this a frame so that it's like within some height. So height is going to be 100. Oh no, white space has come in. Let's give this a no. The third and fourth values are not coming, so let's give it a width. Let's say this is 200. Do I only have three values in this? This is 0. How is this? Why is this 75 coming up here? This is a bar, right? So this is the label one. Okay, yeah. Label 2. How many labels? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So let this be. No. Let's this be 14, something like that. And now when I see still the let it take how if I make it even more smaller will that fit in? Oh no, let's make it big. No, it's kind of pushing out. It's very difficult to squeeze in. But he has squeezed in somehow. I don't know. Why is I have quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3. My 4 is not coming. In fact, he has. Oh, I have 3 values coming in. Let's see. If something is repeated, then I don't know. Yeah, this is. That's why it's kind of overlapping on that, I guess. So I have. Yeah, so this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Uh, Rule marks and annotations. A chart work is a little like a search stack. You can add multiple layers on top. So here it's if I have more than one things, it will behave like Z stack, so it will come behind. So now let's try some other graphs as well. And let's see what's. So what it is trying to say is this is like a Z stack. That means the elements are going to layer one behind the other. So now let's have. Okay, now the another thing that we have is line mark. It also has x and y. So then you this is value, and then you have something labels on this, right? So you get I call this as label, and then this is the first element is already string, right? So I can do this as data.x. I'm doing data.x. No, sorry, data, and then yeah, this x, and then y is the value, right? So then yeah, I will adjust that thing, right? Then I have x, and this is also, and then the kind of x and y in here. So this is, sorry, this is label, and label 2, and this is data's. Oh, now this is value, right? So it's directly coming in. Can you see behind that I've got a line mark? It looks on top, but if I give it like a background color or something, let's give it a foreground style. Let's have it like orange. And then, okay, so you can even change the way that line looks. So I can have a dotted or something. There's something called as line style. So I have lines style. Oh, so I have line style, that is stroke style, and then that has to return a chart content. So if I see this, so this is a so I'm going to part this is not strokes. I have this, I have line width, so I need to pass in this. This is basically an initializer for stroke style, and then so I have what kind of thing, right? Line width. Is there something like dash? Oh yeah, it's having dash. So this is the one. So you go here, give that line of width thing. Let's a bit some a bit thick, and let the thing bit dash. Now how many dash do I want to have in? So you pass this as an array. If I say 10, so total I'll be having like 10 or something. I don't know. So this is no 1, 2, 3, 4. What does this array tell me? Is this? Oh, this is the dash thickness. Why is he passing it like an array? If you go here and show definition. So this is that init, right? Line width. Now what does? Now this is dash. What is that dash indicating? A rule is So then he's saying, what's a rule mark? A rule is just a line in which you can apply a line style to customize it. You can add annotations or something else. You can experiment with different combinations of alignment and positions. Enter annotations where you want. No rule mark. So it's kind of generating different charts. Okay. Mm. Oh, what if I want to give the label? Right now I haven't given it, so there is a way to label x and y axis. What you can do is, so this is data, right? This is in B because this is first and then just the bar is second. So now once I have the this is the bar, right? And you come here and then there is, you can give this two things, an x and y. So you can do dot chart. So this is x. So this is x-axis and y, right? So I don't want to give it style. I want to have a label. So I can have position what all. This method may be defined on everyone may not be available in this context. Why? Mm. Oh, the view is this chart, right? This is not the view. The view is this chart. So then now if I come here and then now if I say chart and then x, this will be, if you go down, this is chart x and then oh yeah, so this is label, position, alignment and spacing, or only content. So if I say this, a label will come down, so just pass in a string. X-axis is, oh, so this is not full. I need to have this. Wait, let's see the proper options. So I do chart x-axis. This is the one. I have is label. No, this is. So I'm just passing this text in this. This is a zoom, right? Let's. This is not com. Core. Where this is y, this is x. I'm not able to get that. Uh, so you can have more, but oh, it's very. Let's run this. It won't be visible here. Let's try see. Oh, it's somewhere over here. So what I can do is, um, let's give it like a padding or something. Yeah, let's. This is the label, right? Let's give this a padding so that it comes at least. It's visible. Right now, it's not visible. No, it's still at the end. So what you can do is position this at. There are different things, right? Leading. I need to align it from the left hand side though. You give it padding. So if I do dot, if I does this have any effect? It's still coming out. Mm. This element has to come inside. That's what I'm trying. Mm. Yeah, the label is there, but then you can't see it if it's in zoom. Yeah, it's let's have a bigger word or something. Maybe that one. Oh, so now I can see it. There you go. Yeah, it was too much cramped up there, so I say this is label X. And then you can do some text font as well. Let's make it big and single font. Let's let's make it big a little bit. Let's give it a foreground, I guess, or a background, or yeah. Let's give it a foreground, and let's change this to say. Right now it's default. So this is going on the graph as well. I need only on the text, not on the. Oh, so what he's doing is you don't have that text inside because that label is you give the positioning and everything inside the. So this is basically going to apply it on. This is the entire view, right? So both, but this is overriding because here I am doing something like orange somewhere. If I get rid of this and say even that would be the same thing. Yeah, that's okay. Again, you can have y-axis label as well. Multiple marks. Now what's this? You can layer marks within the chart, but what does it mean by marks though? So easy meaning that those points. Yeah, you can have multiple things. So to compare, you can do a for each, right? Oh, so now this is something cool. You can, compare two date, but then he's having two different things. Yeah, that's what we need. Oh, so what is doing is you kind of you have two things, but so when that for each runs, mm, that is going to reach our performance dot what's that's an array, right? Uh, yeah, stacking one. So you can also do stack. Like you can have another bar graph on top of this. By the way to this, you need to have two. Oh, what's group info? Uh, point mark customer. You can. Oh, so you can have like. I don't know how big this video is. It's... Okay, yeah, so this is all in this. We'll continue with graphs in the next one. Thanks. Bye, guys.